Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Taking the PCast, part or episode number 9. We're flying through these vlogs podcasts now, aren't we? Hey, 9? Oof. Flying through them. And this show is post Abbeydale. That's right, I did a show over at Abbeydale Community Centre on Friday gone, and it was quite the experience, let me say that. In every sense of the word, really. Obviously, I did some leafleting, some canvassing down that area, and survived. Thankfully, I survived. It was good. It was all right. It's interesting when I go to all these different places. I think I said it before with Winyates, and when I went to Matchborough, we did the shows there. You go there and you sort of post in one area. You go down like a little street or a close like that, and you end up going down another close, and it's like a maze, all these places. And the same goes for Abbeydale. I went down one side road, ended up another side, ended up another street up the road. Went over to Riverside as well, did some canvassing over there. And it was intimate, but a good show. You know, it's one of these things where I'm always a believer that whether it's a crowd of 1 or 100, wasn't one, by the way, but a crowd of 1 or 100, I'd perform regardless. You know, that's something I'm trying to do, get the experience, keeping the brand of comedy alive, just really sort of pushing it out there in Redditch and the town, trying to be the number one comedian in Redditch, entertaining comedian. So that's the plan anyway. So yes, it was a good experience over at Abbeydale. Nice venue, good venue. Had a stage, that's good. Had some fun setting that up because I was on my own. So I turned up there and I was like, okay, this place is pitch black. Nothing's in here. It looks like it hasn't been switched on in decades. So I went to the sort of the bar area and asked the guy if he had the keys for the back, the back door, the stage door, to have a little look at the microphone and set up there, and sort of try and remember what I was shown in like 3 seconds by the people at Abbeydale. Because I literally went there when I first decided to do a show at Abbeydale. I turned up there and sort of spoke to the people there, and they showed me all these bits, but I was sort of in the zone, focusing on the stage and the area and sort of getting a feel for the place. I wasn't really paying much attention, as you can imagine. Plus, I didn't expect to be sound guy, equipment guy, tester, preparer, ticket guy on the door, warm-up act, middle act, and main act throughout the whole day as well. So all that was missing was me being the barman, and I would have been the whole package on that particular evening. But yeah, so I got the key, and rather than him give me one individual key, he emptied a whole box of keys in front of me. And it was a bit like literally a needle in a haystack, trying to find that key for the bloody back door. So I was thinking, thank God I got there at sort of like just before 6. I was thinking if I got there any later, I would have spent most of my time just looking for the bloody key. I wouldn't have enough time to set up for the show. And yeah, it was quite an experience. Sorting out the mic, sorting out the speakers. Had a good fun with the lighting. Apparently it was some button that no one knew where it was that changed the style of lighting that I could have in the background, the backdrop. So I just ended up having some crazy sort of white Christmas lights going off at one particular point. And yeah, the speakers are a bit sort of buzzy, but nonetheless, still performed. I've got the chairs out myself as well, so I set it all up. So that's basically a day in the life of me when I do a show, really. I get there, so I do preparing in the morning, bit of prep work, go over the sort of the sort of material, that kind of thing, just to make sure it's 100%. And then I'll do that once or twice, maybe 3 times, and then obviously I'll set off to the show with all my equipment, all my bits that I'm going to use for the show. And then I go early on purpose now. I've learned, not my lesson necessarily, but I thought to myself, I need to make sure I'm there early to sort of check to make sure everything's all good and prepared and ready to go. So I get there about 6 for shows at 7, and sort of prepare the whole setup, which is basically what I did on the day. On that particular show, I did it with Web Heath as well. Got there early and set that up as well. So yeah, good fun, good experience over at Abbeydale. Interesting lot over there, to say the least. I'm not sure they've been exposed to massive amounts of comedy in their life. It's one of these things. What I've put, actually, I'll point this out. I've put a post up on Facebook explaining the kind of comedy that I do, just so it doesn't surprise or confuse or shock people when I turn up there and just do something a tiny bit different. It's not that I can't do one-liners. Yes, I can, obviously. I'm quite, I can improvise quite well. But this is a show, this material, the stuff that I'm doing in general. I've tweaked it from show 1, which is at Oakenshaw, all the way to now, to the point where I'm fairly content. I might tweak it ever slightly more, but I don't want to mess about with it too much. So it becomes a completely different material style side of things. But yeah, it was an experience over at Abbeydale. Good place. It's good. It's a good place. I enjoyed the actual community centre. Quite a rowdy bunch, quite loud. Opinionated. Yeah, I've exposed you a bit to something a bit different, comedy-wise, storytelling, observational stuff, which I'm assuming, I think you had Fat Theo back in the day there, and some other people potentially over at the comedy club, and that would have been completely different to what I do. One-liners or maybe lots of different people in one particular show or act, 3 comedians, something like that. So yes, definitely experience. I will be back, Abbeydale. Yes, I will at some point back, or Churchill. I might do something in Churchill, but invite the Abbeydale crowd over there. So yes, I enjoyed it. Naturally, it's always an experience when I do a show. I really enjoy the experience side of things. It's another one under my belt. That's what I think. Onwards and upwards, and we move on to Astwood Bank. Oh yes, and I had a sort of vision in mind that I always wanted to do a show at Astwood Bank or Feckenham. I've approached a few venues there. I was waiting to hear back, or they're just a bit too expensive. So went for the wonderful cricket club. So we're over at Astwood Bank Cricket Club on Saturday. I know a Saturday show. I haven't done a Saturday show yet. It's mainly Friday shows so far. So I've got a Saturday show the 4th of May at 7:30. Be there, Astwood Bank, Feckenham, and even Inkborough people, and Redditch people in general. I'm not stopping the rest of Redditch coming there, but initially I target the area itself, the local area. And then obviously if anyone wants to come along to the show, come along. It is, the way it works is, just in case it confused you potentially on the leaflet, etc., you have to register on a guest website, just so I know who's come in, names, etc., so I can check you off. And then you drop your £2 coin or £2 per person into a entry fee box that I'll have at the entrance, or very close to the entrance of the cricket club house itself. So yes, that's how you do it. So register first, make sure you register. Ideally, I'd rather rack up and go, hi, I didn't register, can I just watch the show? No, do register so I know who you are and have an idea of numbers, because non-members are already booked off to come in. So I've got some people who are non-members who obviously need to pay, and I've got those that are members. So members, they're already ticked off naturally. They've been invited by the guys over at Astwood Bank Cricket Club to come to the show. So they're all booked in, good to go, hopefully, and will turn up on the day. Non-members, you guys are the guys that need to register. Alrighty, so get yourself on the guest list website. The link is both on my events section on Facebook. It's on the leaflet. The URL, the web address is also on the leaflet as well, in case you can't scan the QR, because there's a QR on the leaflet for you to scan. I've posted it everywhere I can and pasted it everywhere I can, so you can see it quite clearly. The process is register first, pay on the door. All right, register details, how many people are coming, and then pay you £2 per person on the door. Easy peasy. Absolutely. Try to keep it as very simple as possible. I have to do it that way, because if people just rock up on the door and I get loads and loads of people, then there might not be enough space. There is a capacity to these places that I play at. It's not unlimited, or turn up and pay on the door. There has to be a controlled element to it, really. So register, pay on the door, register, pay on the door, register via the website, pay on the door. Got it? Cool. Easy, innit? So yes, show at Astwood Bank next up, the cricket club. I'm very much looking forward to that one. Preparing a couple of little things beforehand, but otherwise, the material, as I said, is set to a degree. So Young at Heart is the tour name. That's I'm AJ Unleashed, and AJ. You can see at the top here. Follow, tag, share, put all the bits on the wonderful social media. You'll see I'm on all of them. I'm a little less active on TikTok than I am on the rest, but in general, do go on there, do have a little look, do friend me. 4th of May, next up, 7:30, Astwood Bank Cricket Club. You know you want to come. You do. You know you want to come to that show. I only have 2 left, technically, after that. South Redditch, and then over at the Redditch United Football Club for our finale on the 23rd of May. So come along, people. 4th of May, Astwood Bank Cricket Club, open to everyone. I will be doing leafleting, so canvassing along the main part into Astwood Bank and through the high street. So look out for a leaflet, guys, because I'm coming your way over at Astwood Bank with some leaflets. I'll be doing every other. So I hope to see you on the 4th of May, people. You know you want to come along. You know you do. So yes, share it, show some interest, and hopefully, guys, I will see you on the 4th of May. But to those guys at Abbeydale, thank you so much for coming along to the show. Obviously, I really enjoy the audience in general. I like participating with at the beginning. So yes, I do have a bit of banter back and forth with the audience. But come along next to my Astwood Bank show, people of Astwood Bank, Feckenham, and Inkborough, and Redditch in general. I will see you on the 4th of May at 7:30. Peace out. AJ, see you later, guys.